If you're buying golf balls based on price alone, you're making the absolute biggest money mistake in your bag. You grab a cheap dozen, convince yourself you're saving cash, and head to the first tee. But you're actually hurting your game. Later in this explainer, I'm going to show you the one thing most buyers never check, and it costs them every single time.
So let's get right into it. Are you buying on price or are you buying on value? Because there is a massive difference. We get so hyped about saving 15 bucks that we totally forget to ask the right questions. Like, is this ball actually right for my swing speed? If you aren't comparing budget balls fairly, you're literally just leaving cash on the table.
Welcome to the Costco money trap. You walk into the warehouse, you spot a shiny box of Kirklands for way less than Titleist or Callaway, and you just blindly throw it in the cart. It's a reflex, right? But you weren't stopping to ask if it spins enough around the greens or if the cover's actually going to survive 18 holes.
Before you buy, you need to hear this next part, because blindly buying the warehouse brand is keeping you in the dark. To figure out what actually makes a budget ball worth your hard-earned cash in today's market, we have to look past the logo on the box and look at the engineering inside it. Skip this step, and you're just throwing money at golf balls that definitely won't help your scorecard.
So what makes a budget ball actually good? It really comes down to a few core pillars. First, consistent performance. You need the exact same feel and distance every single time you swing. Second, decent durability. If a cover shreds after 3 holes, you saved absolutely nothing. But most importantly, you need an actual price advantage. The price just has to be low enough to justify whatever performance you're sacrificing.
Look, the landscape is completely changed. Kirkland built this legendary reputation by offering a 3-piece construction at a 2-piece price. It was a really smart play, and a legend was born. But here in 2026, the budget market is totally different. The competition caught up. And resting on that legacy reputation, that's a fast way to overpay for average performance.
This is exactly where most golfers waste money. They buy the legend and the hype instead of buying the reality of what the ball is today. You've got to look at the current data, not the reputation from 5 years ago. Buying a brand just out of habit is the easiest way to leak cash without even realizing it.
Let's talk about the genuine, real weaknesses of the Kirkland 2026 ball. First off, the feel is undeniably firm. Some guys don't mind that, sure, but if you're trying to spin a wedge close on a tight green, you will absolutely feel that lack of softness. Second, it's strictly middle of the road. It's not the longest off the tee, and it doesn't spin the most. Buying this just because it feels safe, that means you're settling for mediocrity.
Let's build out the full picture here. On the pro side, predictable pricing. You know exactly what you're paying without hunting for sales. And the durability is totally reasonable for regular play. On the con side, you're trading that for a firm feel and the harsh reality that better budget options actually exist for the exact same money. Letting hype drive your purchase without comparing is a massive mistake.
Most buyers skip this and regret it later. Because if you don't have a specific system for buying and testing your golf balls, you're basically just gambling your money on the first tee. You need a strategy to make sure every dollar you spend is actually working to lower your handicap.
Here's your smart buyer process. Step 1. Test before you commit. Borrow a sleeve from a buddy. Hit him with your driver and your putter. Step 2. Calculate real cost. If you lose 6 balls around, the brand price doesn't even matter. You're just leaking money into the woods. Step 3. Compare total lifespan. A $20 dozen that lasts 2 rounds is way more expensive than an $18 dozen that lasts 6. Step 4. Once you find your fit, buy in bulk.
Spreading your value across the whole year is super smart. But another incredible money-saving tactic is mixing your options. Buy big buckets of budget balls for practice rounds or casual scrambles, then save your premium balls for the real rounds on tough courses where you actually need that greenside control.
This next part changes the final answer completely. Because a good ball for one golfer is a terrible waste of money for another. Your swing speed and your skill level dictate everything. A budget ball won't fix a bad swing, and playing the wrong ball can seriously hold back a good one.
Let's get highly specific. Who should actually buy this? High handicappers on a tight budget who just don't want to overthink their gear. If you lose balls regularly in water hazards, yeah, put it in the cart. Who should avoid? Single-digit handicaps. If ball quality affects your scorecard, walk away. If you hate a firm feel, skip it. Life is entirely too short to hit golf balls you don't even like the feel of. If buying used, this next point matters a lot. And this brings us right back to that major mistake most buyers never check, which I warned you about at the very beginning of this explainer. The absolute best value in golf is hiding in plain sight, and if you aren't looking here, you're just overpaying.
The hidden secret of the 2026 market is recycled premium balls. If you're serious about saving money, buying used, high-quality Titleist Pro V1s or Callaway Chrome Softs from a reputable seller can cost half the price of a new box of Kirkland's. Check the condition carefully and use a trusted vendor. You get genuine, tour-level performance for extreme budget pricing. It is absolutely the smartest value play on the board.
Beyond the used market, look at clearance deals and aggressive budget competitors. Brands like Srixon and Maxfli have stepped up their budget lines significantly, giving you better feel or spin for just a few dollars more. Or hunt for previous year clearance deals on premium balls. That extra $10 might just be the best investment you make in your game all year.
The cheaper option is not always worse. Here's the catch. You have to be totally honest with yourself about what your game actually requires right now. You cannot let a brand's legacy blind you to current realities on the course. Making a smart choice here requires knowing your own game and buying accordingly.
So, it all comes down to this final verdict. Buy the Kirkland 2026 ball if your budget is extremely tight, you need simple, straightforward consistency, and you go through a lot of balls. It's still a solid working-class golf ball. Skip it entirely if you have access to used premium options, if you're a lower handicap who needs soft greenside control, or if you're simply buying it because of the lingering hype. Don't overthink it, but definitely don't buy blindly.
I want to hear exactly what's in your bag right now. Drop a comment below. What golf balls are you currently buying? Are you fiercely loyal to the Costco brand, or are you hunting the used premium market? Tell me your current ball, your handicap, and your budget, and let's figure out if you're making the smartest value play. And if this explainer helps you spot where you're leaking cash on the course, make sure to subscribe so you can keep saving money. Think about it next time you're on the tee. Is the ball you're playing today actually helping your score, or just making you feel like you saved a few bucks?